then like it was still a little bit similar. It was interesting. And what I think the thing I liked the most about it was that it was like a good 90 minutes, and that was it. It was not a 2.5 hour movie like every other movie nowadays.
Old.
I'm watching episode 4 of Severance. I started it 10 minutes in. Is it the same? Does it stay like this for the whole episode? No? Okay.
Is it season 1 or season 2?
Season 2. The one where it opens on them in a frozen lake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's a good episode.
No. You haven't heard that they're outside for the rest of the show. They got
You're in the middle of episode 4.
Yeah. Oh, well, not the middle. I really just started it. I was like, I can't handle this. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a whole new dynamic.
Yeah. There were a few episodes this season that felt very tonally different.
I have not yet watched this season, for the record.
I'm a little bit down on season 2, but that's not a very popular opinion.
I've heard mixed things.
Of the overall,
I enjoyed season 2.
or because of the ending.
I think the first half of the season was very good. I think the second half of the season let me down a little.
I could see that.
Yeah. I felt like a momentum was killed a little bit. But I do still like where we ended and am still interested to see where it goes next.
It'd be so cool if we could be mindful not to spoil Severance season 2 for people who've not yet watched.
Yeah, I'm trying to be vague.
No spoilers.
Everyone
Tell me when to take my headphones out, and I will abide.
Everyone sees some kind of token, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And all right, in that case, good night, everybody.
This is like what the Tastemakers podcast is like. We just talk about shows without spoiling them, and say we don't like them or like them.
Personally, I hate this.
Oh. Are y'all all pros at this?
No.
Pros?
I think there are a few pros at this table, but I am not one of them.
That's debatable.
I think
I've story told this a few times. I think I've played less than I've story told.
If you storytell though, it means you know it really
Know
well.
the mechanics. I know, but it's not quite the same.
it is.
I don't know how to like
different.
play
Yeah.
things.
I'm already suspicious of Fishback.
Starting off early with
I
the
am
lie.
always suspicious of
Well, Fishy wants
Fishback
to
in
vote me
these
out
games.
first, so-
Yeah.
So
oh,
scary.
I'm so
Hey.
I'm pissed right now.
Why?
I just started liking this game after 10 consecutive weeks of being good, and then you make me be a demon?
I make you. It's random.
Sure.
There's
Sure.
proof. There's proof weekly of me not. I don't do anything.
I don't believe you. The alt Dwight is lying.
Oh jeez. Anyways, your your minions are Sam and the person you keep messaging about being good, Scally.
Oh, God bless. I love being on the same team as Scally.
I mean, y'all thought you were on a good team together, but nope, evil team. And your bluffs are Flower Girl, Oracle,
Flower Girl,
Oracle, and Seamstress.
Oh, heck. Why can't I find Oracle? Oh, here it is. Okay. Flower Girl, Seamstress, Oracle.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's see how this goes.
Cool. And if you need help about like asking how to bluff those roles, let me know. Actually, yeah.
What would you bluff if you were in this situation?
Of those three, probably Oracle or Flower Girl. Because Flower Girl is you want to keep track of who's voting, and then so there really is the demon. If they vote, you learn a yes or no. So you kind of want to choose someone to frame as demon and give yes or no info based on that. But it only works night 2 onward. Same with Oracle. Oracle, you just learn how many players that are dead are evil. So if you want to frame someone as evil, you suddenly say a 1 after like 4 people are dead. You can say 1 of those 4 is evil. That means you must have killed a minion or something. Or the demon must have jumped, which, of course, you are the demon that can jump to someone else. So you don't have to be the demon forever. You can always pick an outsider and go to them.
And we can only hope I can find an outsider to give it to as soon as possible.
All right. Well, that should be fun.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Thank you.
That is funny.
What did I
Wait,
do?
never mind. I was just asking which one I'm reading your chat. So
I'm gonna do Oracle.
Yeah, that's what I just.
But
Perfect.
we'll see about that.
All right, sounds good. I was just wondering.
Okay.
Thanks.
Danny typing
Yeah, what is
furiously.
going on over there?
Is this going to be a message? I mean, that's going to be the biggest envelope I've seen.
Taryn just got an encyclopedia.
I didn't see a giant envelope though.
The envelope didn't look that big. Maybe there was a lot of typos getting corrected.
Wait.
Yes,
So
it was,
for real,
it was
the
only a
envelopes?
single line.
Yeah, the
Oh,
more
wow,
you
it's still
type,
big.
the bigger the envelope gets.
Yeah, the bigger the
Yeah.
message, the bigger the envelope.
That's crazy.
Really?
How
I'm
am I
just
just
slower.
learning this?
It gets like very obvious.
I think it also moves slower when it's bigger.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my god. Someone type the B movie.
You type the B movie.
Well, I don't know all the words.
I mean, I could type just the B movie. That's not many words.
Very small envelope. Okay.
That's so interesting. All of the behind the scenes thing that I had no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's supposed to simulate like kind of in-person play where if you're whispering to your neighbors, people can kind of see it. That's why I usually just talk a ton to my neighbors. Not even necessarily about game, but
You haven't even sent me anything.
I sent you the
Oh,
B
you
movie.
did. You just said the B movie. Okay, I apologize.
I was gonna message you more.
Sounds like Christian Hubicki's here.
Why?
Because he always is like, he has a mechanical keyboard and he types so loud.
I have a headset on, so I'm like, why is it coming through my keyboard?
I couldn't tell you. I think it's hilarious. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. I think it's so fun, and you should type more.
Danny, gotta be high. You're really going for it.
Thank you. I just am in a unique position, you know?
What is going on with you? What kind of keyboard do you have now?
Yeah, man, we might have to.
Is it like, are you writing a novel on a typewriter right now?
We might have to rectify the situation.
It's really quite aggressive. I've never heard like how deep is that? Are those keys?
That's crazy.
His mic is his keyboard.
True.
Does anyone here have one of those like super cute keyboards with like the little round keys and like the fun colors? I see them.
The creamy keyboards?
Yes, thank you. I see them on TikTok all the time and I'm like, oh, should I have one of these?
My keyboard lights up, but it doesn't have the cute rounded keys.
Yeah, mine has lights, but it doesn't have it. Like, I feel like the cute rounded keys would just really match my aesthetic.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Guess what? I'm your storyteller. I also died. What a shame. You guys should, like, I don't know, avenge me or something. That'd be great. Bye.
Hello, everyone. Before you start going into private chats, I'd like
Yeah,
to
I knew this
inform
was
you
gonna
that I was
happen.
informed that Scally is my evil twin.
No.
Oh no!
I don't want to
Oh,
out my role
Lord.
immediately. Taryn's my evil twin. Whatever. I'm just gonna do it because he's.
What
gonna
role?
I'm town crier. Taryn is the evil
You
twin.
found
He's
out my
gonna-
role, and I was very annoyed because I really wanted to lie about it. And now the demons know what it is. Yeah.
Wait, can you just tell me which one of you is the actual evil twin?
Taryn.
That would be
Yeah,
super
that'd be
helpful
helpful.
information.
Don't you already know Fishback?
No.
What Dwight said was that Scally was an evil twin, and he said, "I don't know. I feel like a good twin."
Okay. that does sound like me, to be fair.
It does sound like
but
you, because
no.
it was me, wasn't it?
And some clarification. I
We
was
came
talking with
in-
both of them, typing like a million miles a minute, and Taryn immediately told me, and then Scally's like, "I've heard nothing. I have no idea what's going on." And I'm sitting there going,
Oh, because I play by the rules, and I don't think we're supposed to out our information in the first night, but that's okay.
Hello?
That's not a rule, is it?
I thought it was.
Right.
But you're not supposed to out before day one, so I haven't told anyone anything. Kirsten.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going? What do you feel comfortable sharing?
I'm sorry. I'm just so thrown off by what just happened. I wasn't ready at all.
Oh, totally fine.
I'm an info gathering role, but I don't have any information yet to share. I don't start collecting yet.
Info gathering, no info yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I will tell you, I'm either the sage or the juggler.
Okay. Let me look at what those roles do.
So the sage is if the demon kills me at night, I learn that the demon is one of two people.
Okay.
And the juggler, I publicly guess 5 people in their roles, and I get told how many are correct.
Okay. So do you want people to be doing fake juggles?
I mean, yeah, if people want to cover for juggler, that would be great.
Okay, I'll try to think of some things to juggle.
Okay.
Cool.
Great. Sounds good. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Wow. No one wants to talk to me. It's crazy.
It's rude.
Anyway. That's fine. Hi.
Hello.
Um,
Fishback wants to come in. Obviously, not going to let him. I am a Sarah Novus.
Sarah, okay, you can bluff Flower Girl or Seamstress.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Is there anybody in particular that you want me to like kind of make mad and do weird stuff to?
Well, I would normally say Taryn, but then we've got the evil twin situation, so we can't.
I could do it anyway. It'd be kind of funny, but I guess it would expose Scally. Or should I do it to Scally and like?
Oh, that could be fun. I don't know.
Or
I'm really.
If I do Taryn next round, Taryn might end up like being sketch. They might try to kill Taryn before they kill Scally early, and then we could like see what happens. But
That's fair. Yeah, I have to admit, I'm a Fangu.
Okay.
So I honestly, if we can find an outsider, I would like to become them as soon as possible because I'm not good at this game. I am not very good.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. All right.
Cool. Thanks. Oh my god, it's moving so fast.
Hey.
Hi. How are
How are
you? I'm good. I mean, I feel nervous now that Scally's my neighbor because I had chosen to trust him and now he's in the middle of a controversy.
Yeah. We just need to ignore both of them for a while.
That makes sense.
Although it is helpful for them to share what their town crier info is every day. And then based on like if they give the same answer or not, then it might be helpful to like see if the info they're giving works with the worlds that we believe.
Can you say that again?
Yeah. So the town crier is going to learn if a minion nominated, right?
Okay. Yes.
So like, let's say half of the people nominate and they like one gives a no and one gives a yes. Then like, well, one, we have to try to figure out if there's like a demon that's a Nordashi or a Vortox that might be giving wrong information. But that information about like them having given us different information will help narrow down worlds.
Yes. So, okay. And so we can figure out the worlds and then decide which world makes the most sense.
Yeah. In most cases, you generally like kind of ignore the evil twin pair until the end of the game. Like Taryn was saying, like, maybe I'll die at night, but that doesn't make any sense. Like he said, maybe if I'm believed, I'll die at night. But there's just no world in which, even if we all thought Taryn was the good twin, that it ever makes sense for them to kill him. Because it's an extra win condition. Like, even if we get the demon, the game will not end as long as the twin pair is still alive.
Okay, yeah, that does make sense. Okay, so here's my big question. How did Taryn and Scally know all this information before we even started playing the game? I was like, what?
So when Dwight wakes them up during the night, he would wake up the evil twin and the good twin together and tell them, like, you're the evil twin, you're the good twin, and then he would say, this is your role. Like, this is the role.
Okay. Now, it's all adding up now. See, this is where my inexperience really gets in the way. What is happening?
I've only played a few games of SNV, though I did play a really good speed game of it yesterday that I won, and I think I go better when it's a speed game and I don't have time to overthink.
Okay,
Got
go
it. So
off, Queen.
2 minute days from now on.
Yeah,
Got it.
speed run, Dwight. Let me
Sounds
trust
good.
my
The
instincts.
speed run last week was fun too, honestly.
The speed games are always so fun.
Yeah, maybe they
You
should.
don't have time to like overthink in a speed game. You have to just go with what
Just
they
make a decision and go with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
All right. Welcome back. There are 11 of you alive. It takes 6 of them block. Feel free to discuss. Do what you want. Mara?
I would like to juggle myself as the juggler and Skelly as the town crier.
Heard. Steven?
I would like to juggle myself as the artist and Taryn as the evil twin.
Heard.
I just realized I don't have to fake doing this because everybody knows I'm not the juggler, which is awesome.
Who did the first juggle? Can I didn't hear
I
that.
did.
Fishy?
I juggled myself as the juggler, Skelly as town crier.
I'll juggle Scally as the Vortox. No, JK, that doesn't work. Denny B as the Vortox, John K as the Vortox, and Mora as the Vortox.
Heard.
Oh my god.
What is this? Why are people claiming?
So basically, there's a role. There's a role that you have to like publicly make a guess and find information out. But because you don't want to out which role you are, then multiple people need to do it so that it covers the real one.
If multiple people do it, then the demon doesn't know which one to kill to keep them from getting info.
Oh, that's smart.
There's a lot of roles like that in this script where, like, for instance, me as the town crier, if you believe me, like we want to have multiple people nominate so that when I get the information, it's like I'm getting useful information. Normally we'd be more sly about it, but now we can just very openly game the town crier stuff because we know there is one.
Fascinating.
Kirsten, did you have your hand up for anything? Or
No, I was going to juggle and then I got confused by everyone juggling and then I just said I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, you got juggled internally, I see.
My brain has been juggled.
The juggler is like an annoying one to fake because it's so specific as opposed to like whatever the other one is in the other script.
Yeah, if it was like a gossip, I've gossip for days, but to juggle, I can't even juggle probably 2 balls.
So, according to the rules, right, that actually, never mind. I was thinking, never mind. I was just looking. Ignore me. I'm shutting up.
All right, I am someone who likes bold things. I'm gonna nominate Scally.
all right, Danny nominates Scally. Tell us why.
I'm someone who's like, all right, we can end the game with the information we have because there's a chance that both of them are bad pretending, or we just take out the person that, and I believe it definitely Taryn is the good one and Scally's the bad one. So we end the game, or we get it right and don't have to worry about it moving forward. It's pretty fun, pretty entertaining.
Scally, good events.
Well, I don't think it's fun nor entertaining, for the record. But I would say this is not that shocking. I feel like I'm very quickly sussed, kind of regardless of role, and Taryn is very frequently trusted. So I don't. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Well, this is going to go very poorly." But no, I'm the good twin. Taryn outed immediately. I was waiting for Dwight to be done speaking, but whatever. But yeah, that's it.
Right. Anything else pertinent before I run this vote for Scally?
This is a terrible idea.
I just found out that if you kill the wrong one, we lose.
Running it.
Yes.
But I know I'm the right one, so it's okay.
Yeah, I
But
think
yeah,
it's
other
way
people
too
probably
early to
shouldn't
be
do this.
doing the twin pair.
Yeah.
But also, if the twin dies, it's not a win because the twins aren't demons, right?
The
If
twins.
the good
I know.
twin is executed,
can't-
evil wins.
We
If the
have
evil
to
twin-
vote
Right, but if
Taryn
the-
before the game ends. We can't just vote out the demon. We have to also vote out that evil twin. But
Yeah, so I should actually be decently safe from the demon because there's always a chance that you might vote me out at some point.
Nobody is going to kill the good twin. The
Neither
evil
twin's
twin
dying.
pair will be around forever.
Which is
I
why
see.
you vote out the floater, the person who's going to make it to the end. You vote him out early.
Floater.
I'm a floater.
Scally's-
I would like to
Scally's
nominate
taking up a final
Danny.
3 seats. Suri would want him gone.
Scally nominates Danny. Tell us why.
Personal attacks and vibes.
Danny, your defense.
I'm super blue. That's it.
All right. Anything else pertinent before I run this vote for Danny? Great. It takes 6. Running it.
We are going to need to kill someone. There is a Vortox on the script.
Oh yeah.
Do we have any info that points towards it being or not being Vortox?
Well, oh yeah,
Or
good
not
question.
enough?
What would that information?
So with Scally having nominated, I will for sure get a yes that a minion nominated. So I don't know if that means we should have fewer nominations,
John K.
or because then if
Because I'm
it's
going-
no,
Well, is there
it at least tells
anyone
me that
who's
there's a Vortex.
Regardless, we're
is
both
there anyone
going to
who's
say
fine
yes,
with
a minion
dying
nomination.
though? Because shouldn't we kill in case there's a Vortox?
Yeah. If someone is like a spent seamstress or
Mhm.
like
I'd like to hear what John has to say.
Yeah, John K.
Oh, hey, I'm John K. Fishback, I would like to nominate you.
Okay.
All right. Tell us why.
The voting, the pushing on Terran, and we do need to kill someone. We haven't spoken, but
I didn't push on Taryn. I've been saying I think Taryn's the good twin.
oh, okay. You raised your hand when I think Terran got. Did Terran get nominated?
No,
I didn't
Scally
know.
got
No.
nominated.
raised
Scally
your
got
hand.
nominated.
Either way, I would like Fishback dead, specifically because either Fishback or Fishy is bad statistically. So this
Why-
is a coin flip.
Oh, that's funny. That's actually there's mechanical information that's not the case. I've heard about a seamstress yes on me and Fishy, so we are actually on the same team. So I hope she's good.
I am sad to say that I'm inclined to believe Fishback right now, even though I think he lied to my face.
And
Does that
I'm
confirm
a
Vortex?
bad vote today. But
I agree.
but,
If what I am deducing is correct.
I'm bad vote.
Anything else pertinent before I run this vote for Stephen Fishback?
No
If
Vortex
there's a
thinking.
seamster, should we not take out the seamster right now? And the seamster should be volunteering to die.
If there is a seamstress who used their ability, they are probably the best kill today.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I have
yeah.
not heard
Is
of
there a clockmaker? Do we have a clockmaker?
or a clockmaker.
I'm gonna
Fishback
run.
just said there's a seamstress.
I'm gonna run this vote. It takes
Oh,
6.
true.
Running it.
Fishback, you should nominate whoever this one seamstress is.
Is there a clockmaker?
I swear to God, y'all are making up rules today.
I haven't heard of one.
Choose on.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the game. I just need a clock made, actually.
Is the seamster okay to be nominated? I think it's the right call here.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna nominate Sam. He's claimed to be seamstress to me. He said he got a yes on me and Fishy. In the off chance that he is a baddie, this will also kill him. So that would be good too.
Sam, your defense.
I have reason to believe that this would be bad for town, and I would like to explain more of that tomorrow.
All right.
Is
Anything
there
else
any-
pertinent before I run this vote for Sam?
Yeah. If Sam was bluffing as the seamstress, which sounds like maybe he was, he asked me clarifying questions about how to play the seamstress, so he was really going deep on that bluff.
It takes
What?
6 votes. Oh,
Why would it be bad?
You may as well
I
tell us
can't.
now.
I can't do that today. I would have to tell you more tomorrow.
Okay.
Seems like
Oh,
you're
it could be
gonna
a mutant.
die.
It could be
Oh.
a
Six votes
but
to put, it takes 6 votes to put
it
Sam
could
on
be
the
a
block.
barber.
Gonna run it.
We do have to kill somebody though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it was at 6, and I thought just keep it in case something else comes up. But yeah, that's
7's
fine.
enough. Sam's on the block.
Interesting.
Any other nominations for end of the day?
I will nominate Steven.
Already has been nominated.
Okay.
Tried.
I mean, who else can I nominate? I don't know.
Is anyone else a better kill? Like, does anyone else want to put themselves forward?
End of the day in like 30 seconds otherwise.
We can do. I mean, if we do it, that's fine. I'll have to tell everybody tomorrow, and that would be very bad for us. But okay.
It's fine.
Day in 10.
Maybe like a sweetheart.
If
It could be a klutz.
5.
If it's a klutz, you can pick me.
3. Unless you guys want to vote out Taryn.
1. That. Sam has been executed and does die. Good night.
Not a klutz.
Well, that went badly, right?
Hey,
Well,
You're
you know
muted.
what? This actually, here's the thing.
you're muted.
Here's the thing, okay?
Uh-huh.
For a game, if I were wanting to win as a demon, we're in shambles. This is very, very bad. But as me, who doesn't like to be a demon, it can be over soon, and that feels good. So it's actually fine. We're gonna kill Mora.
Mara. All right, sounds good. Thank you.
And wait, what would I be learning right now if I was really the Oracle?
Okay,
Learn
so if
how
you're the
many dead
Oracle,
players are
then
evil.
assuming you survived the night, then you would learn how many people are dead, including the player who died last night. So that means you would have to give an Oracle number based on Sam and whoever dies tonight.
Should I just give an Oracle 1 in that situation and be
You could do
like,
that.
just throw Sam under the bus? He's dead
Yeah,
anyway.
that's absolutely valid. Now, on the flip side, they could also help build Vortox worlds if people believe Sam's good. And also, one more thing. Remember, you are the Fangu. So I would say don't whisper people that you got information, because you could always wake up and realize, oh, I died at night because I just made someone else the demon. So wait till you find out if you've died before you give out that info.
Well, yes. I would love to hear any outsider claims so that I can throw this away with both hands. But I've heard nothing, and no one will talk to Scally.
All right, well, you'll figure it out.
Ugh, no, I won't. It's going to be over soon.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Is it ever a good strategy, though, of two bad people to claim to be the evil twin?
Yes, but it's never a good strategy to assume that's what's happening and push on it day one.
Okay. Should be valid. Well, that's valid.
Not the teacher voice.
I am a teacher.
You gotta.
Well, I could tell from your voice.
Clocked.
When is someone allowed to potentially become unmad?
If you're referring to the Serenovus ability, it would be when the next Serenovus player was selected. So if hypothetically someone was Seramad day one, they cannot just say that during the night, because if they're not confident the Serenovus has rechosen, Dwight can still choose to execute them based off of them claiming it in the night. Also, even if you're already dead and you claim that you're Serenovus mad, you can still be executed. So it can still stop us from being able to get an execution through.
Ah. Okay.
Why are you Serenovus mad?
I was just wondering.
He's like, definitely not for me, but if someone else were
I'm asking for
Serenovus
a
mad,
friend.
how would that work?
Yeah.
I think both town criers should publicly share their information.
I plan to.
Cool.
Each night, learned if a minion nominated. Oh, we have to be keeping track of who nominated yesterday?
Well,
I
Oh.
kept, but also
I don't know if
because
you
Gally
have to.
nominated, I didn't really matter who else nominated because I was always going to get a yes.
Well, I
or no.
actually kept track of who nominated and can tell you.
Wait,
Well, I did also do that.
each
I
night
actually
down?
know more about American Girl now than you do, genius.
I think it was Danny, Scally, John K, Fishback.
That is
Right?
true.
All right, Danny's.
I did not keep notes, but I do remember.
Oh my god.
And it's also Flower Girl as you learn if a demon voted today. Meaning
Yeah.
should we be keeping track of
We
who
should be keeping
didn't
track.
vote?
We should be coordinating votes too.
Oh
Only-
my goodness gracious.
Only 2 people didn't vote.
I forgot to
them.
take my Flower Girl notes. I usually take those notes, even if I'm not.
Wow.
There were
One of them.
7 votes on
I-
Sam.
Take them all.
Yeah.
Good luck, Flower Girl. I'm not doing that for you.
Yeah, do your own homework.
I'm tired.
Does anybody want to say that they didn't vote yesterday at all?
I
think
did
Sam
not.
voted.
I did not vote. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't vote
Also didn't.
yesterday.
I voted on Sam.
Sam,
Everyone else did.
Kristen.
We should probably wait till the day to.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, 1 for fairness, 2 for there might be people in conversations that need to respond yes or no.
That makes
Aren't
sense
here.
in terms of the
That is-
conversations. I didn't
Everyone,
possibly
if you're
do.
here right now, say yeah.
Yeah, let's do a wave. And if it stops.
Well, the other interesting thing is that, like, if Dwight is in private chats, nobody's hearing this on the stream too.
Hello.
Oh, that's true.
Ah.
Are y'all talking about me while I'm gone? That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
talking about that
Yeah.
shirt and how you've got your traps and your
Oh, boy.
delts out.
Anyways, Kirsten died last night.
Wait,
Oh.
before anybody breaks off.
Wait,
two
that's
things-
so
two things to
fucked
say.
up.
I'm the juggler. First of all, I was Sarah mad that I was the artist yesterday.
Oh.
I am the juggler. I juggled myself as the artist and Taryn as the evil twin. I got a 0. That means either my information is false. I trust both my neighbors, so I don't think I'm poisoned. So if there's a Vortox in the game, then Taryn is the evil twin, and if there's not a Vortox in the game, then Taryn is not the evil twin.
Wait, you were Sarah Mad Fishback?
I was Sarah mad that I was the artist.
I thought that's what Sam was.
I'm curious about what Sam was.
Sam told me that in whispers as well.
Oh, boy.
Sam was, I believe Sam was the artist. That's why but I couldn't tell him to go visit Dwight before he was executed because I was Sarah Mad as the artist.
I'm wondering if Fishback is Sarah Mad today because
I am the seamstress.
Okay, so he's probably Sarah Mad now that he's the seamstress, which is reasonable.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, I got a yes, which is what I expected to get if there was no Vortox. That yes, a minion nominated. So I know that I think there's no way for there to be a Vortox. You don't know that because you don't know if you can trust me, but I know that now.
Yeah.
Scally, what's your info?
I also got a yes.
Okay, cool.
Are we free to move about the cabin now,
Yes.
or are we still hanging out here?
Hey, who's the team?
Sam and Scally.
Oh my god. This is so cooked.
I know. Well, listen, Dwight called me in and I said, here's the thing. If I wanted to win as a demon, this is worst case scenario. But since I don't want to be bad and I want this to be over soon, this is best case scenario.
There you go.
What were you?
The barber.
I really believed that you were the juggler, and I was like, well, I just got to get rid of this juggler.
Yeah, I wanted to be jumped too.
Thank God. And thank
is there
God.
A free bluff?
Sorry?
Is there a free bluff?
The bluffs, I've been telling people I'm Oracle. Sam took Seamstress. Flower Girl is left as a bluff.
Okay, I'll take Flower Girl. That's fine.
But yeah, sorry.
No, all good.
But also thank you because I wanted to pass it away so bad. And I was like, no, there have been no outsider claims. I don't know what to do.
All right. Well,
Okay.
hopefully we can pull this out. Sounds good.
If I were the Oracle, would I have been given a number before I died or no?
No.
Okay,
No.
perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
All right. Sounds good. Bye.
Wow, everyone's just in their little rooms.
So everyone's so chatty.
Yeah, everyone's all in their groups and they just keep saying no to me. It's actually really rude.
It is rude.
I just thought we had manners in this house, but apparently not. God, it's like playing Sequester and you can't get into any rooms.
I want to let her in. Hey.
Hi, Kristen.
Kristen.
Would you get kicked out immediately?
No, I meant to leave. I was being rude.
That was Fishy's fault. That was Fishy's fault.
I
I'm
didn't
so
mean
sorry.
to leave.
I'm so
I
sorry.
didn't mean to leave. It's okay. But I don't always say something when people get it wrong, and I've really just in the past couple of months been like, no, I gotta start just saying something.
I really apologize.
No, it's okay.
Really
It's okay.
Kirsten.
It's not okay.
I love being useless in the game of Blood on the Clock Tower so
You're
much.
not useless. Wow, everybody wants to talk to me. Okay, let me go jump around.
All right.
Oh, they're so
Can you
pretty
tell
and
me what you
popular.
are? I'll tell you. I mean, you know what I am. I don't.
Yes, when I was living, I was the Oracle, and so then it was really unfortunate to pass away in that way.
Johnson Scally's probably the evil. Oh my gosh, what is going on?
What is
here?
happening?
I left to go talk to you guys because you were.
I was gonna say.
Gone. John K, what's going on with you?
I would like to talk to Fishback. Where is he?
He
Fishback
left.
is well,
Okay, well that's fine.
All right.
Oh, okay, fine.
So I assume you killed Mora. Okay.
Mora, who I thought was the juggler, but was really
was
the
in fact
barber, and
the barber. Okay.
now I don't have to do this anymore.
Oh my god. Yeah. Good luck.
Well, you know what? I passed it along to a much more competent player, so
Yes. Honestly, as like little, I don't know. We'll see.
yeah,
Bye.
it's fine.
Hello, welcome back. There are 9 of you alive. It takes 5 to someone on the block. Feel free to discuss. 3, 2, 1.
I'd love to at least a little bit coordinate who nominates, if possible.
Does anybody believe that their information seems obviously wrong? Because I'm kind of, from what I've heard from people I've spoken to, it seems like it might be a Fengu world. Silence.
Nope, my info is.
Sorry, I had to read the spot on the character chart that says
I know, I
Fangu
did
to
that
understand
too.
what you're saying to me.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, have there been outsider claims?
Well, in this script, people don't really as often.
The
claim
outsiders are incentivized to hide.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Continue to ignore me.
I don't know if it would be helpful, but I have savant information and
Yeah.
both
That
the
is
last 2 nights. And so here are the last 2 nights, the real or fake information. So day 1, the 2 options are 3 town are sitting next to each other, or of players with one-time use roles, only one of those has not been used.
Oh my god.
So that was day 1. Day
For
2.
day 1, did he say, like, specifically only 3 town are
Yeah, that's
sitting
what I was
next to each other?
So that has
I
to be.
don't, I don't,
that's
I
false,
don't,
right?
I don't know, but here's 2 real quick. Let me give you the second one real quick.
Okay.
The second is the Sarah Novus named Mad, one of their neighbors. Or the outsider number has changed or increased.
Okay.
Ooh, how does that happen?
If there's a Fangu, it would add an outsider.
Sorry, changed or increased or just increased?
Increased / changed.
Danny, why are you coming out and claiming Savant?
I am not claiming it.
Okay, you're saying you're are you laundering someone else's Savant info?
I am.
Okay, so and they already have day 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got it during the
On
day.
X during the day.
Sorry, okay. So
Yeah, they get a percent.
if you believe that I am the juggler and that Sam is the artist, then of the one-time use roles thing, only one has not been used. Had to have been false on day 1. So it
Well,
has to.
Sam's not the artist, right? Sam, you're the seamstress.
Right.
Sam
Well-
is still currently claiming seamstress.
Right. Well, depending on what you believe
Sure,
about
say
that.
Sam.
If you were to believe, in spite of Sam's claims to the contrary, that he is the artist, you might think that 3 town are sitting next to each other.
Why would somebody Serenovus a dead person is my question. Just
Well, I mean,
in general.
I'm not confident that Sam wasn't the Serenovus himself, but let's just not assume that yet.
If he had actual good information from the first round, but
we'd
he
wanna
still
stop
can't
it.
share. Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
If they believed he was the artist, they would maybe want him to stop from sharing the artist info. But yeah, like the idea of him being the Serenovus, that's a good point. He actually.
I mean,
So based on information,
the
right now-
Serenovus maddening a neighbor definitely implies, if that's one that is true, I would be looking at that
Yeah,
corner for
actually-
sure.
Mara, in the roles that you gave me or claimed, all of them are false, and you didn't tell me the truth in any of the conversation that.
Correct, I am a liar.
Okay.
Are noms open?
They are.
I'm gonna nominate Naomi.
Oh.
Naomi, tell me why.
I know
Hello.
we have not spoken, but I've heard information about you from someone else, and based on the other information I've heard from other people, I think this might be a good kill.
Naomi, your defense.
Yeah, this is actually a terrible kill.
Yep.
And I have sort of been very, very transparent with some people. But I have also been trying to keep it very close to the chest. It would be a really bad kill for the town, and I don't think that you should go through with it. On the other hand, I feel like I have had really good talks with Fishback and with Danny, and I'm figuring some things out. And I don't know. I can't speak more to it other than saying it's a bad idea, and we haven't talked, so you wouldn't know.
I think this is a bad kill too, but from I could be
Fishback,
wrong.
based on what we talked about, I don't think it is.
Okay, I mean, when we discussed, you had said somebody else to nominate, which is why I'm confused. But
I'm more inclined to believe that that person is that thing I told you they could be. The only way for them both to exist is if there's a Fangu.
right, which I think is likely.
Anything else
Right.
pertinent for
This
everyone to
would
vote
be
for
the
Naomi?
Fangu.
Takes 5 to put Naomi on the block. Running it.
I really don't think we should be voting for this either. I think that Naomi. Yeah.
Oh, what an interesting group.
Well, it's the people who play together, right?
Yeah.
I was doing it for a flower girl.
Are there any outsider claims at all? Because it sounds like that is pretty
Yes,
useful.
I have heard outsider claims.
You
I've
have.
heard of one.
Yeah.
And I
Because the other piece of
believe another
information is that the outsider count changed, which would imply Fangu, which would mean that there are now 2 outsiders, or maybe still 1 outsider. But because what happens if the Fangu first outside was the information that the outsider count has changed since the game started, or that it's changed from the original count?
That information was not given.
Okay.
Second call for nominations.
Well, it couldn't change in game.
Pithag.
Well, it
there's
could if
Oh,
the
Pithag, of course.
Fangu
Yeah, Pithag. I'm sorry. Yeah.
died, and then
But if
it
there's a
actually
Cerenovus
became-
and an evil twin, there's no Pithag.
John K.
I would like to nominate Mora today.
Why?
Lied to town about their roles. Also, I have everyone else's claims. I haven't heard from Mora, so I'm thinking possible outsider.
Mara, your defense.
I'm not an outsider. I'm not a good kill for town.
Right. Anything else pertinent? If I run this vote for Mara.
I do believe more as an outsider. It's why I nominated Naomi. But
Right. It takes 5 votes to put Mara on the block.
So are we worried about Vortox now? Or do we feel like we've moved on from that concern?
I'm not worried
5
about
is
it, but
enough.
I'm-
Mara's on the block.
theoretically, you should be a little bit.
Yeah.
I do think
Unless
based
there's
off the
further
information Fishbuck have, like Terran, it seems like is cleared potentially.
Unless there's
Alright.
Vortox.
Mara, your hands up.
Yeah, can I nominate Fishy?
wrong
me why.
way, Mora.
I'm the flower girl. I'm not an outsider. I got a yes last night. I'm not a good kill. I don't have any information that points to anybody specific, but I would rather not die here.
Fishy, your defense.
This is interesting because I think Mora should know what's going on with me if Mora is
We haven't
okay
talked.
with
Why
it.
would I know what's going on with
Okay,
you?
well, I don't believe you're the flower girl. So this is
Okay.
It takes 5 votes to tie. 6 votes to execute Fishy instead of Mara. We're running it. Two's not enough.
Mara, who voted last round that you got a yes on?
I forgot to take notes for day
It's
1,
everything.
but it was everyone except I think 2 people.
Sam and Kirsten, who are both dead.
Yeah.
Alright, with that, Mara has been executed and does die. Good night.
How long do we let the evil twins go?
Until we are confident we've killed the demon. The fact that you're so keen to go after the evil twin pair does make me a little sketch of you, to be honest.
Okay, that's valid. If Sam's mad though, one of you or Fishback is the Cerenovus.
Unless the second statement is true.
Right.
I don't think the second statement is true.
If there's a Fangu, Danny, that would increase the number of outsiders.
If there's a Fangu, if there's a Vig, if there's
A pit hag,
a pit hag.
which we don't think there is a pit hag.
What does a pit hag do?
Pit hag can change roles in the night.
I mean, there's also the.
I blame Dwight.
Yeah, I blame Dwight, and I do. I stand 10 toes down on that.
For what?
For giving me the wrong minions to achieve greatness and
so you're
giving
blaming the
me
minions
bad
now.
bluffs.
So you're blaming the minions and the bluff.
It's mainly okay. Here's the thing: Scally Terran, evil twin, good twin that's a tough situation. People do tend to trust Terran and not Scally. Like that just sucks. I know you didn't do it on purpose.
I will give you that. I was like kind of like I saw Scally. I was like, okay, it'd be funny to do those two, but also Terran seems to be. But to be fair, if it was flipped and Terran was the evil one, I'd probably still do the same pairing, and it could work out better.
The thing is like either way, it doesn't matter. But I think either way, people would be more likely to believe Terran than Scally, which is why it's just kind of like, well, that's a little scuffed.
Yeah, I mean,
and then
we'll see at the end. There's other reasons why this game kind of collapsed. I can't explain right now.
Fishy being like, "Where's the seamstress? Vote them." I'm like, okay, well, it's a bit much. It's a bit much. But yeah, I don't know. I think by killing an outsider, the first night was truly the only way to possibly save it. So
I fully agree. Like I said, you're doing like there's other things that happen that are just coincidentally bad,
which
and I
is
will
why
explain
I don't accept blame for this clusterfuck.
Honestly, the more I think about it, so valid actually.
It's just, and maybe it's wrong to be like, I blame Dwight. Like, I think it's just a series of unfortunate events that you actually ultimately didn't play that large of a hand in.
No, I'm just messing with you. What I told you.
But it's fine. You know what? I said it, and I have to stand by it.
And I respect that. 10 toes down. We love that.
Yeah, this is useful. Anyways, it'll be over soon, so that's nice.
That is a true statement. All right, thanks.
Okay. Big envelope.
I love typing to make as large an envelope as possible.
I think it gets big pretty quickly.
Yeah, it really wasn't that many words on the page, TBH.
I don't think also that it would have been possible for Terran and Scally to have coordinated the evil twin thing because they said it right away. Unless specifically Terran, Danny, Scally is the evil team.
Terran came out and said
okay, that would be crazy.
There was a lot of envelopes going back and forth that night.
There were.
Well, that's because both of them were sitting next to me, and Terran told me he was the evil twin, and then I'm like, Scally, what, are you good? And he's like, yeah, I'm good, and like completely played like he hadn't talked, which Scally said he was following the rules for him, and so for me, that coordination could have happened because Scally had no idea what was going on, and then Terran claimed it right at the beginning, and then Scally went with it. I don't think it's the both of them. I lean more towards Scally just being bad. Do we have any indication of who a demon might be, though?
Like what person?
Yeah.
Could be anybody. Definitely not me.
The first outsider. This
Honestly, I think it's Dwight, and I think that he is torturing us from the grave.
Is this one of the ones where you can kill the storyteller?
Unfortunately not.
Ugh. I would love to be part of that at some point.
Love inside jokes. Would love to be part of one day.
You just want to kill Dwight? Is that why?
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Day one.
If a Nodashi is sitting next to an evil twin, and we vote out the
Nodashi ability applies to townsfolk neighbor, not to minion.
Oh, okay. Okay, good to know.
Are you the Nodashi, Danny? Is that what you were worried about?
Good morning, everybody. No one died in the night.
Okay, I want to start. I was Sarah Novus yesterday. I am the artist. Taryn, I was going to use my artist question to clear up the good evil twin situation. I didn't know. Steven had to tell me. I didn't realize I could do it once I was on the block. So I thought we had to wait until day 2. So I thought I could survive. And then he told me that after I was dead, that I could have used it while I was on the block. But I was trying to clear that up between you and Scally. And the reason I didn't do it day 1 is because I wanted to make sure we weren't in a Vortox game. And so I was trying to see if we had an outsider claim so that I could ask the question and clear up the evil twin thing, but didn't get the chance.
Mora, could I ask what you were?
The flower girl.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I got a no last night, by the way, that a minion did not nominate, and that it was John, Mora, Fishback, and Fishy.
I got a yes.
Okay.
John. And in case, just to go back, because you mentioned John's name, I did talk to John off the bat the first day when I was not Sarah Novus, and I told him that I basically laid out that I was the artist to him off the bat. So he can vouch for that if you trust John. All right, John left.
Interesting,
Well, okay.
interesting.
I'm confused. Here's the thing. They might just vote you if you nominate yourself, but they also might then be like, "Oh, it's this is a distraction."
I went to Dwight and I was like, "Should I just end this game?" And he was like, "Well," and I was like, I'm wasting everyone's time. Like, this is."
No, you're not wasting everyone's time. Everyone is wasting their own time by not realizing.
I'm wasting chat's time also, and that's boring. And so, but Dwight was like, "Some people enjoy watching people trip over themselves. Like, it's totally up to you." And I was just like, "But like, why? Where are we gonna go?"
Listen, if you nominate yourself, I'll vote you out.
See, I appreciate Sam's attempt. I might just see if he can cook, and then
honestly, yeah, let him cook.
Whatever.
Let him cook.
We'll see. But yeah, I was like, let me sit here and get no calls for the 4th day in a row.
Oh my god! Yesterday I was trying to get in. It was like playing fucking Sequester, and you can't get into any rooms because they're all full, except for worse because this was people specifically saying no to me coming into their room.
That was me the entire game, and I was in a room with John and Naomi, and we're sharing all this information, and we were like, "Oh, Naomi," and she was like, "Well, I don't want to talk because you're evil," and I go, "Then why are you here? Leave."
And you're correct.
If you don't want to tell me anything, then go away. I don't want to give you anything. I forget. I felt bad because I was like, Danny, I did not mean the personal attacks thing. I get too comfortable. We play with people that we know very well, very often.
I mean, all you said was personal attacks. It's not like you said he is a bad person.
No, I know, but I like to be a
nice
person. And I was just talking about the floater thing. That's all my bad. My mic is so far away. I didn't realize that until now. Oops. Let me fix that, I guess. Am I much louder now?
Not much louder, but a little.
Okay, well, there we go.
That's great. No, and see, no one wants to talk to me. No one's requesting to talk to me. They all know.
Yeah.
They probably all fucking know that it was me. I'm the thing. You're muted now, Scally. I don't know how you managed.
Sorry,
that.
no, I was asking chat if I should adjust volume. I was still listening to you.
Got it. Yeah, they know. They know exactly what's going on.
okay.
They don't believe me that I said when I said I was Oracle. They know what's going on. They don't want to talk. They've already figured it out, and so they don't want to talk to us. It's like when like Liana and Christian and Taryn have it figured out, and then it's like, oh, no point trying to talk to anyone.
Right now, it's just like, does Naomi get voted out before me? And that's like it.
And that would be fun. That's a fun
Yeah.
thing. What do people think she is?
I don't think people think she's anything. There was just obviously she got nominated. And also, John was in the room and I was like, okay, then leave or whatever. And he was like, that was weird. And I was like, yeah. But I don't think it will happen.
Fishy and side chat with me said that like there is technically could be a world where Taryn and Fishback are bad together. So like maybe they'll take that and run with it. I don't think they will. I think they probably just said that to distract me. Not that I could do anything as a deceased player anyway.
I'm just not even going to say anything. I'll save it for now. But yeah, whatever.
Like, well, I'll never make a joke again. I guess I won't even talk ever.
So, oh well. I don't know. Bye.
Bye. Bless you.
I love this.
Dwight just sneezed right into his microphone while he was still in the room with me.
Not his face.
Okay. Sorry.
Fishback.
Kristen.
Ain't alive. Put up on the block. Feel free to discuss if you want.
Can we get a recount real quick on the Taryn Scally info from last night?
Yeah, the town crier info would be useful.
I got a yes.
And
Aaron,
do you know who nominated Scally?
No, I did not keep track because everyone has not
interesting.
really spoken to me. So I've kind of just been like, all right, if we lose, that's their fault, not mine.
Okay. Well, it was John, Mora, Fishback, Fishy, all nominated. I got a no. None of them are minions.
John.
Did I nominate? I don't think I nominated that last night.
Did you not nominate?
I don't have fish.
Oh wow! So suddenly the information is wrong. That's crazy.
And you got a no, which that is interesting.
Wait,
Yeah,
Fishback
that is
really not
interesting.
nominated? Okay, that actually opens up some worlds.
John Moore.
That was very sus. I have to say.
No.
But also, Steven wouldn't. If I'm Steven and I nominated and I was getting Town Crier Node on nominating, I don't tell everybody. By the way, I didn't actually nominate, so I would just say that.
I was gonna ask who Fishback was.
All right. I'm just gonna say it. I have a problem here, which is that my info on the second night does not seem to be correct. And there's only a couple of ways that can happen. And I did believe that my info was correct night one. So it is possible that Kristen is a Vig killed minion. Kirsten, so sorry, girl.
For the record, it's Kirsten.
Kirsten.
It's Kirsten and Kirsten are both acceptable. They're spelled the same, and Kirsten's probably correct, and my parents were wrong.
Fishy, I have an outsider claim that I trust, so I think Vig killed minion is unlikely. I could be wrong. It could be a lie, obviously. But
Well, then you're the Nodashi. Like I just
gonna argue
how
against
is
that
my
world.
how is my info
Wait,
wrong?
what?
Is it? Couldn't it be a well? Okay, so
What's your wrong info? Wait, Fishy, what's your wrong info? I think that's the best thing is like right
Yeah,
now.
I mean whatever. I am the philosopher. I went dreamer. Night two, I dreamt Mora as either the barber or the Fangu. If
Right, can't
Mora
be the
was the
Fangu.
barber, I don't know why they wouldn't say it at this point. If there were the I guess. Oh wait, they
well,
could have
Fangu because of the
actually been
twins.
the
We still have the
Fangu,
twins.
and
We
the
can-
game is continuing because of the twins.
Well, but do we need to
The
have
flower
had a
girl.
second outsider though? If there's a Fangu, there has to be a second outsider. I think at this point, like if you are an outside, well, I don't know. Jesus, is it worth?
Yeah, wait, it
claiming?
might be correct, and we're still going because of the twin situation.
But if it's a Fangu and
Because no
there
one
have
died
to be
last-
two outsiders.
I didn't even register that no one died last night.
Oh, of course, of course, we killed the demon.
Wait, nobody died last night.
I'm the flower girl.
So,
Wait.
okay. Empath in your seat would get a 0. So for the savant info,
Yep. So the savant information is the demon chose a dead player to die, which could be false because the demon died last night. Meaning the true information is the empath in your seat would get a 0 because I am not the savant. That information is true. The empath in your seat gets you a 0, so nobody is a.
Okay, so let's say the Ceranos did not make mad one of their outsiders. That would mean the outsider number has been. Wait, is there a second outsider? We need a second.
Here's the only thing, John K. I think right now you are the only person under a little bit of fire. / it's interesting. Some of I've heard kind of a lack of information, and I think there's some suspicion on you. And so,
Lenny, are you the savant?
no, I'm not.
Is it you, Day?
I don't want to out people.
I mean, at this point, some of this information is really important to know who it's coming from.
I'm the savant.
And if the demon's dead, what's the difference?
Okay, interesting.
Well,
but a lot of players
The
already know.
savant information is specifically saying that the demon is not dead.
Well, one of the pieces
but
of
one
information.
of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, now that it's not coming from Danny, it's different.
I like the
That's why it was
second part. What was the second part of that savant info? I didn't hear it.
Empath in your seat would get a 0, which would
And when did that come? Like, what did that come after or before the night?
After Mora was dead.
After the night.
Okay.
John,
So
it's helpful. John's information, if he's actually the role that he claimed at the beginning of the game, is actually helpful to discerning some of this stuff.
Yeah,
that's
0,
going on.
0, 0. Actually, last night I got a and not a 0. Just like that.
Fishy, who did you get
Hey,
last
that's
night?
Good to know.
I did John K and I got Math or Sarah Novus. Nobody, yeah.
But so then, if it is a Fangu game, who is the other outsider? We have one outsider. Who's the other outsider?
Wait, y'all, John said he got 0s. If he actually is the mathematician, that means everybody's abilities worked every single round correctly.
Yeah.
Danny, you're the only blank on my Grim.
At night.
I think it's safe to assume that Danny might.
I'm the sage. I'll just name it. I like.
Kirsten could have been Mora could have been a starting barber, and Kirsten could have jumped to Mora.
No, I'm the Oracle.
Did you tell anybody you were Oracle before? I mean, at any point?
I didn't specifically claim it, but I said that I was an information gathering role who hadn't yet gotten any information because I wasn't sure how much to share. Well, now I obviously wish I shared more because I just died immediately and was useless anyway.
Did you find anything out that night?
Am I hearing any
No, 'cause I
nominations
died.
today, by the way? I will end the day soon.
I nominate Fishy.
Danny nominates Fishy. Tell me why.
So John K, if he is the mathematician, and Fishy claiming that she used the power, John K has gotten 0s every single day, meaning nobody's thing worked abnormally.
No, Fishy rescinded that. She said that if Mora was the demon.
But I will say the Ceranovus, one of our informations is that Sam's neighbors potentially was the Ceranovus. I don't think it's you, Fishback, so I think it's Fishy who is claiming this role, and Fishy is actually Ceranovus.
But just to be clear, like the info is Ceranovus made mad one of their neighbors, so Naomi could still be the Ceranovus.
Okay, this accusation.
But it was for night 2, not night 1.
Wait, Fishy, your defense.
My defense is that I think that with all the information on the board, the world that makes the most sense right now, Mora was the starting barber. That's why I saw them as the barber, because Dwight assumed they'd continue to claim that. Kirsten was a Fangu who jumped to Mora. Naomi would then be the other outsider. That puts the outsider count correct. It means my info is correct. It means John K's info is correct. That's the world I'm in right now. However, the world in which that's not the correct world, I'm getting bad info. So if you want to go to sleep and see if anyone dies tonight, this is fine.
I just have one question. Is there any valid reason that a demon would want to kill a dead player? Like Dwight said?
Yes, to make us think that we got the Fangu and that this is going on because of the evil twin, or to simulate a pit hag demon change. So again, if my world is correct, we will go to sleep and nobody will die and it'll be fine and we can figure out the evil twin thing together. So
Okay. Anything else for I run this vote for Fishy?
Should we kill somebody though, just in case it's a Vortex game?
Yeah, but we can also
we're
kill a
not
dead
happy to
body.
kill you, Danny.
I'm the no.
I like
thank you.
fishback. I like fishbacks.
Okay, I'm gonna run this vote. It takes 4.
Kirsten using
Dead
Dead
vote?
vote
Dead
there?
vote?
I haven't got to vote all day. I just want to vote.
Okay,
Let me
I'm
live.
definitely starting to believe Fishy's theory.
Or
Actually,
I don't.
But then who
I'm
got
just
swapped?
not
Who
I'm
got
gonna
Barber
nominate-
swapped?
Do we take out
Okay.
Scally
No,
then?
you're not. Someone just nominate if you want to.
I'm gonna nominate Danny.
Tell me why.
I don't trust him. He tried to push on one of the evil twin players right away, which is suspicious to me. He has talked about going on the evil twin multiple times, and he outed himself as Sage. So at the worst case, he's a Sage who's never going to die in the night.
Danny, your defense.
Okay, two things.
I will
One,
not.
I was right about the evil twin. Scally has clearly the evil twin, and we're in a world right now where we should take out one of the evil twins. And so for me, I'm
Yeah.
like, why should we not just be voting for Scally right here? The other thing is there are multiple people in here who can confirm that I am good. I have all the information from the blue team, and different people should have died at night if I actually am bad, because the kills that have happened with the information I had would not have gone the way that they've gone.
All right. Anything else, Pardon, if I run this vote for Danny? 4 to tie, 5 to 2. Danny's had Fishy running it.
I will not let it tie. I will drop my hand if it's going to tie, but I do think this is a better execution.
3's not enough. Steven?
I think we are at the point where we're not going to get any more information that clarifies whether it's a Vortox game or not. So either it's a Vortox game and Terran is the evil twin,
Steven,
or
I'm
it's
gonna
not.
ask, is this a nomination or not?
This is a nomination, but I'm making the. Sorry. Okay. I'll nominate Scally. This is a nomination for Scally.
Okay.
So like I said, like if it is, so my juggler info, assuming it was not poisoned by a Nodashi sitting next to me, which is obviously, questionable. If Naomi's a Nodashi, it's poisoned info. My juggler info was that I juggled myself as artist and Terran as the evil twin. I got 0. So if we're debating between Vortox and then that info was wrong versus Fangu, we might as well kill Scally. And I don't know if we will get any further information to clarify this unless we kill Naomi and she dies.
Steven,
Scally, your defense.
I feel like everyone didn't trust me immediately and then barely talked to me, so I'm fine with good losing because of that.
Steven, I would say
I'll talk to
let's consider that the information that can point to what I think Fishy is the Cerenovus. I think Terran pushing the idea that clearing John, Mora, and Fishy all in one go, we have reason to believe that Mora is already the potential demon, also included Fishy in that thing. That
they
makes
were
me
just the
believe
ones
that
that happened to nominate.
They what? Sorry, what did you say, Sam?
Right. Well, Terran, John, Mora, and Fishy are the ones that happen to nominate, right? But Terran is clearing them with his alleged
as minions, not
crier.
Let him
demons.
cook, you know?
Right, as minions. But I think Fishy is the Cerenovus.
Yep.
And you
You're the
and you originally included Steven in your clear. And we have every reason to believe that one of them is the Cerenovus. And so if you are giving bad town crier information that can be disproved by the Cerenovus stuff, that would point to you being the evil twin.
Right. Anything else, Pardon, if I run this vote for
If anybody is
Scally?
Cerenovus mad right now, it would be super helpful to break it because I think Sam was a Cerenovus. Fishback was Cerenovus day 1. That's why the Sarah made someone mad next to them. Sam claimed Sarah mad day 2.
You would know if somebody was Cerenovus.
You two, is this about Scally's execution? Sounds like it's not. So I'm going to run this vote.
I mean,
Running it.
Is anybody else voting for this?
Good's going to lose. Good's going to lose.
Scally's not going to actually vote for this.
No, Scally's
Wait,
not going to vote
Naomi,
for
you're
it.
not.
Oh, no,
Why
I'm
not?
actually
We
voting for this.
should.
I don't want it to tie. I'm not let me die.
3 votes is not enough. And
I was
you
always
nominated
voting for
right
it.
in the day.
I don't mind losing.
With that,
Somebody
Fishy-
nominate Terran then.
Well, no.
No,
Nice.
absolutely
Why?
not.
Well, then why didn't you just vote me out if it's so
Good
scary
night.
for Karen?
That
No.
makes no sense.
Why are we
Why are we
not
not
voting out
nominating-
Scally? Wait, Naomi and Uday and John, like,
So-
why did y'all not want to vote out Scally?
Because what if Scally is? What if we still have a demon alive?
Okay.
I thought there was a risk of it getting tied.
Does
if
that
I also
matter?
put,
Yes,
if I'm
it
so
is.
obviously evil, does it matter that the demons lie?
I'm not sold that you're evil.
Yeah, I want to give some credibility to Sam and then assess it from there. But Danny, I think we really need to talk. Actually.
Okay, let's do it.
Please.
How I saw it is that I think Sam had no way of knowing that Dwight had given me that info that Serenovus has made their neighbor mad. So I don't know why he would lie about being mad about his role. It made sense to me that one of his neighbor is Serenovus.
Every time Danny types, I just want to say, like, I'm not reading all that. Sorry that happened. Or happy for you.
It's very funny.
It's really not even that much text, I'm telling you.
I believe you. I believe you 100%.
I think
But it can't be a Fangu game where also Sam is the Serenovus.
Here's the thing. I think both pieces of Night 1 information, the Savant Night 1 information.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at too. Oh no.
But here's the thing, Fishback. If you believe that me, you, and Sam are all good, right?
I don't necessarily believe Sam is good.
Right. Then the first one, you can't believe Naomi or Kirsten, right? Well, that's why I was asking if it says 3,
Oh.
Does it mean 3, just 3? Or the line could be longer?
Town, right.
It's probably 3.
Exactly 3, right?
That's what I assumed.
Yeah. Well, then who are the 3, right? And Town is not outsiders, right? Is Town outsiders? Does Town include
Town
outsiders?
does not include outsiders.
No, not outsiders. That's
So I feel like, right, that information.
So we have Town Crier, Mathematician, and Savant seated next to each other.
I like what you're saying.
If you believe, yeah.
But then Danny's also there as a sage?
I mean, I do not believe that Danny is good.
I have my suspicions.
I mean, there are worlds in
You
which
would
you're
be
good,
wrong.
Sally. I'm not totally willing to close.
No, I know. I was just messaging Danny what I suspect.
That is a decent defense.
I mean, if
that would be wild.
So like Sam being the Serenovus makes the most sense because like why would you make I mean, there is reason to make a dead player mad, but like the more likely scenario is that Sam just was sort of kind of like perpetuating the Serenovus thing by pretending that he was mad.
I believe, and then the second piece of information of the Savant information seems intentionally designed to make us trust Sam. Right?
But then the outsider number, then it's not a Fangu game, and Moore was not the barber who died. So like, then explain that. Like that's then both of those things are true, which is not possible.
Well, then it's not a Fangu game, and in that world, then I am getting bad information, and Kirsten is a Vig killed minion.
It's also possible that Uday is just not the Savant.
That is also true.
No, I'm Savant. I told this to 4 or 5 players in the first round itself with some hints that I think they could guess it.
Well, I mean,
There's
just because you
also
told a lot of
world-
people.
The other possibility, and I'm just going to name this, is that it could be Terran and Fishback, with
Yes.
Fishback potentially being the Nodashi, poisoning neighbors, giving incorrect information the entire time, and it does work out with all of the things.
But in that world, are you thinking that Sam is also evil?
No, he would have been poisoned.
So then neither Naomi nor Sam has had any information. So that
Naomi is not a townsfolk. So if you were the Nodashi, you would not be poisoning Naomi. You would be poisoning Nora and me. And
Yep.
Sam would still have to be evil in that world for me.
But wouldn't the poison show up with John K's info? Like,
But also,
wouldn't-
Mora claimed that they got a yes on
John K. was
the
minion.
demon voting when Fishback did vote.
But
Yeah,
that
but
would
poisoned info doesn't always have to be wrong. Like when everybody except
True.
2 people votes, odds are
Yeah.
you're going to get a yes.
I'm a
in
little
the
sus of the
world
fact that
where it's Fishback and Terran, I
I'm
think John
just,
K.
I'm
has to
just
be the
giving
third.
out another possibility.
right. I think next night we need to go. Everybody masks off, right? We need to do a real roll call.
Hmm.
I think so. Other than Danny, John K also knew that I was Savant. When Danny was revealing my information, we exchanged some messages and he kind of guessed it. So also on the night first day I talked to Scally and I kind of hinted to him that I had a day role.
I
So
mean,
he
it
might
could
have
be.
also.
It could be a Vortex world too. I mean, it could be.
Well, if you got Juggler Ceranovus from me night 1, it is not a Vortox world.
Well, in that world, you're the Vortox Fishback.
Well, you couldn't then. No, because you would not get Vortox from me if I was the Vortox.
Right, and I didn't get Vortox for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. So what did you get? You told me you got Juggler. Oh, Ceranovus. Right. Juggler Ceranovus. I was acting as though I was representing artist, so you'd have to know that I was like both pretending to be Seromad, that I was the artist, and
Well,
was
you
actually the
could've-
juggler.
You could have
And
given me a demon bluff, and when I told you I didn't believe that one, you backed into it.
Good morning, everybody. No one died tonight.
okay, I mean, like, let's go masks off because nobody's
Thank
dying.
you.
I think Danny
Yeah.
and Naomi, it's time for you guys to clear this mess up.
Yeah. I'm the sage. I'm not an outsider. I was trying to be really sneaky and cool and not reveal my role so that I would get killed, and it didn't work. So that's the tea.
And I am your actual outsider. I am your sweetheart, meaning my whole goal was never to die because it would make one of you drunk. And so we swapped roles day 1 immediately, and
Yeah.
I've been trying to get Naomi killed at night by the
So
demon.
Mora is the demon, and the question is,
No.
Yeah.
Uday,
no, who
can
said
you,
no?
Can you go get your
I did.
Savant info?
Who's I? I'm sorry, I'm
I'm
having
just doing
trouble.
that.
Mora.
I just.
Oh, okay, sorry. Reasonable.
Karen, did you get a no?
I got another no. Yeah.
And nobody's pretending to be Vortox. Nobody's Seromad, right? Since
Who
yes,
nominated Terran?
Scally, did you get a yes
It
or
was
no?
this
I
time it
got
was
another
Fishback.
yes.
Sam,
It was
let's
fishy
talk
and
in
it was
town. This
skinny.
is no more lies.
I didn't keep
People are
track.
breaking off.
I
I've
just
been
kinda-
trying
All right,
to say
wait.
the
I
same
want to hear what
thing.
Terran said. Fishback, Fishy, and who?
Danny,
Taryn,
For
you
what?
got it what?
I got a no.
Okay.
There's
I got a
there's
yes.
also a world where the demon is just sinking kills to force the
Yeah,
twin issue.
it is
'Cause
possible.
I have done that before.
Uday, I would love to hear what you have to say.
So Dwight told me either Terran is the evil twin or Scally is the evil twin.
That's
Right, fucker. You bitch.
Does that mean it's
go
not
to
Vortox?
hell?
Oh,
What
but
could
that's
be more
actually
classic Dwight than
that
that?
is good info because we
Well, that
know they're
confirms it's
not
not
both
Vortox.
bad.
Was anybody
No
Saramad
Vortox?
yesterday?
Yeah, was anyone Seromad yesterday?
Sam?
Okay, so I think we can say
I was
Sam
mad
was
though, it wasn't
Seromad.
Saramad.
No, I think Sam was
Ceranovus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can you say that?
Who is the second? If Terran is the good twin,
Why can't it be? No.
But if Sam was the
Yeah.
Ceranovus and
Sam,
he made me
Scally,
mad,
and
then
Mora.
the outsider number did not increase, which means it can't be a Fangu game.
And I potentially
Correct.
was the only outsider unless it was Mara as well as Barber. So, but I think in all worlds, the demon is dead and it's one of Scally and Taryn, and we just need to vote one of them out. And I think we should vote out Scally.
So if it's
Makes
not
me-
Fangu, how am I the demon?
yeah, that makes me nervous.
Wait, could you not have
I
been the
think it is
starting demon?
Fangu. I think it is Fangu.
I was dreamed as either the Fangu or the Barber.
Well,
So if
you
it's
could
not-
be the Vortox in that world.
I don't think I
No, I
would be
don't-
shown as a demon if I were the Vortox.
Isn't it
Or-
definitely not a Vortox because of the information given to Uday last night?
The savant information.
Oh, that's a really good point. It's definitely not a Vortox game. Well, that
This-
means you're the evil twin,
the savant information.
if we believe Uday.
Well, I don't believe you.
I have
Okay.
not played this enough to pull off this big a bluff with so much information.
Fishy?
The way that the savant information is worded on day 2 is very interesting to me because the outsider number has changed or increased.
Oh,
modified, that means that it was changed before the game started. So to say has changed or increased makes me think
wow, good call.
specifically
Wait,
worded it that way.
Uday has information. Uday couldn't remember this. He said it was rather changed or increased, and he couldn't remember what Dwight actually told him.
But either way, changed or increased makes me think that that's worded in a way to mean that it happened during the game versus before the game. So I
That was
don't
my original
think
interpretation of that.
That's what I got
I
as
don't
well when
believe-
Dwight first told me that it meant it changed during the game. I don't remember the exact phrases.
That's
but
great.
that's
So
what I think.
that's so smart. That's so smart, Fishy. Great.
That implies that
it just makes me nervous because in the
the
world
three
where
that-
it's not a Fangu, it has to be Fishback and Terran together.
Well, I'm not. So then it has to be.
But doesn't it
Scally,
have to
right?
be a Fangu if that but okay, there were two different ones.
It could be a Nodashi.
I messaged Danny last night. I said, if you're evil, good game, because this is not at all that I had gotten yeses, which were consistent with Fishback being a minion as well, protecting Terran. I do think that the demon is dead, but I think that they are the two minions.
Sam, hands up.
Sam, what's on your mind?
Why are we ruling out the idea that Fishy could still be the Sarah Novus and Fishy and an evil player that was Sarah Novus is not coming forward as Sarah Novus to protect a Sarah Novus?
But so
If I was
Fishy
the-
didn't make anyone Sarah Novus mad the night that after you died, the day
They
after you
could
died?
have, and that person is just not saying anything.
If I was the Serenovus, I would 1000% be voting with the town on one of the evil twin pairs.
And I've been on. What do you mean? On one of the evil twins? You've been pushing on the evil twin.
No, I've been not pushing on the evil twins.
You've
'Cause I'm
been
not-
going to bat for Terran and pushing on Scally.
Have I? I just told Taryn in the world where we're not still
Well,
going.
now you're considering that, but
John,
I mean,
what'd you get?
Taryn vouched for you blindly.
Okay.
And I was on Mora. I was on Mora before Mora died. I whispered that to Fishback, and there's only two people that I told early in day one that I was going to be that I was bluffing as seamstress, Fishback and Fishy, because I claimed to have seamstress the two of you. So it would have made a lot of sense I told both of you that I was going to be the seamstress, and that I seamstress the two of you, and then Fishback outed that information as you two being on the same side. So one of you two would have made a lot of sense, and I'm inclined to trust Fishback more, would have known that I was claiming seamstress instead of artist, and known to Sarah Novus me into a seamstress.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey,
I didn't know
what's
we
up?
were allowed to leave the room.
Yeah, I just asked Dwight. Is there a reason you voted on Fishy? You just wanted to vote?
Oh, I just wanted to vote. I thought that they were just gonna do Evil Twin and it was all gonna be over anyway. And so I was
Got
like,
it.
well, I haven't even gone to vote this game. I got killed first night, so I didn't even get any Oracle information. So let me get to
fine.
do one thing before it's over.
Got it. Cool. That makes sense. Okay. Are
Sorry.
you're leaning Scally?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
feel like if
always
it's
am like
Karen-
inclined to not trust Scally, but then I wonder if that is like the perfect shield for Terran, that everyone always doesn't trust Scally. And so then I'm conflicted. And so I'm actually glad I burned my dead vote because I wouldn't want to contribute to
It's
the
not your
town
excuse.
losing.
Nice. Okay. I was gonna ask you who I should vote for, but I won't because I don't want to put that kind of pressure on you.
Yeah,
I'm
I
leaning
don't know.
Scally.
I'm like kind of intrigued with this idea of like the Terran Fishback minions just snowing us
Fishback
all. Like,
seems super sus. I don't know why.
yeah, like I thought he seemed good at first, but as the more it goes on, I'm like, I feel like he keeps contradicting himself. It's just weird, and so then that leans me into the like Fishback Terran world a little bit, and that maybe I was just being biased against Scally to start the game.
Yeah, the only thing I'm gonna go on is the town or the Savant info with the 3 town folks are sitting next to each other. That would be like my little corner.
Oh yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah. So
I gotta admit, I wasn't really catching all of this
me
savant
neither. You
information.
just pretend like you know, and it'll be it's definitely Scally.
I was just kind of like nodding, like yeah, I know what's going on.
Definitely. Yep. Let's get Scally out. We're gonna win. Go team.
Let's go team. What are we doing here?
Listen, y'all got it a day longer than I thought.
Why is
so
this still going?
Sam is fighting.
And let
It's cooking.
him cook. That's why he's a
It's cooking.
finalist, and I don't even get to go on the show.
You've
Yeah,
been
you lie to
marinating
me.
me.
You
since-
lie to me. And you're not
you
happy with me.
marinated me. You marinated me since day one, Taryn. I feel targeted, Taryn.
All right.
Hello. 7 of you alive. What's on the block? Feel free.
Hey, let's
to-
just go for another day of Savant info. Let's kill nobody. Let's kill a dead body and get one more day of Savant info.
I mean, we could kill.
I'm gonna nominate Scally. I
Why?
think the fun of this right here is the game ends right here or it doesn't. And I think we've been talking in circles. There's no more information that we're going to get. So might as well end the game. And
Yeah. Even if we lose,
it's fun. Even if we lose, good game, Tam.
Even if we lose, we can play another game and not be in this game anymore.
Scally, your defense.
Good game, Taryn and Steven.
It's not Steven. It's Mora Fishy Taryn. It has
Well, if I'm
been the whole
wrong.
time.
No, it's
Mora's a-
either you.
Mora's a Vortox. Mora's a Vortox. Taryn is the evil twin. Fishy's the Cerenovus.
Sam, if you want to vote with us, you can. You can use your dead vote if you want to.
I mean, if all of you vote, I'd happily jump on Danny. I mean, but
Join us in
Survivor-
all losing
No,
together,
this is-
or you want to be in the
Yeah.
majority, right?
Yeah, we're gonna enter Valhalla
Right.
together. It's been awesome.
Right, I'm gonna run this vote. It takes 4 to put on the block. Running it.
just in case some of you want to pull it down and we can win.
The only thing that strikes me about Taryn is him getting it wrong that I nominated. That's a very weird mistake. but
Yeah.
whatever.
To be fair,
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
about 4 tokens on you at that point between seamstress, nominated, like the 2 different roles you had claimed at one point.
We're not going to beat 8.
Well, you theoretically could, but I think it's unlikely. So with that, I'll go and push the execution of Scally, who does die.
Oh no.
And the game does end.
Oh my god, not
As we
that
build one of the
sarcastic. Oh no.
what a nightmare.
Good team has won.
Yes.
Sorry,
All
Scally.
right. So this game started with where. Okay, first of all, Fishy, your philosopher who went Dreamer, decided to pick people at like the best possible times for the good team. So thanks for that. Picked Steven, your juggler, on the first night when Steven was made Cerenovus mad by Sam, your Cerenovus. So on the first night, I had to show Fishy the truth about Steven's role. And then on the second night, Fishy happened to pick Mara, the starting barber who got turned to the Fangu by Kirsten, your starting Fangu. And it was like I took a gamble between do I give Mara's role or do I give the one last demon bluff? I'm not sure which one they're gonna do. I gambled on the outsider. Wrong gamble. Scally was your evil twin who saw Taryn a town crier. One thing I will say though, just for reference, don't message before day 1, please. Just that is a thing. Just don't do that. Danny B was your sweetheart. John K was your mathematician who got zeros all game. Uday was your savant, who I did give useless savant info to on the last day because y'all are not getting anything helpful after the demon's dead. Hell no. And Naomi is your sage, who did not die.
Dwight, it was super useful because as Scally, the evil twin, clarified, it eliminated the Vortox world.
Yeah, but let's be real. At that point, it was kind of like socially. I'm looking at it, it was cooked.
The game was cooked.
Have any of you ever read A Series of Unfortunate Events? Because I just lived it.
Yeah. Like I was trying to figure out what I could do to like. I spent the night being like, how can I use Savant to frame Taryn? Because if they're gonna keep Savant alive, I will frame Taryn with this. And then instantly, you guys out the sweetheart. I'm like, well, there goes my answer for the day. So I'm like, okay. So I was gonna use the outsider stuff to frame Taryn somehow. Because yeah, if you're gonna stall the game, I will continuously help the evil team with Savant. Absolutely.
That's reasonable.
Hey, I tried to kill him every round.
Scally.
Yeah.
No, just to say that I was going to self-nominate like 3 nights ago. I was like, because it's immediate. It was so clear that everyone immediately dismissed that I could be good. So I was like, in a large percentage, not every single person, but in a very large percentage, it was like I started talking and everyone left the room, and then I would go into rooms and everyone would be like, no, I actually don't trust anything, so I'm not going to share any information while you're in here. I
Yeah,
was
Scally,
okay,
it happened so fast that I was like, oh no, this is bad for me in future games. I don't want people to trust me so much.
So it was just like, it was very, very clear, and that's where I was like, okay. And no, I don't have any negative feelings at all. Like, it's a game. But then I was like, I'm messaging Kirsten. I called Dwight, and I was like, I'm gonna self-nominate. But then me and Kirsten were like, but Sam's like really cooking. Maybe we should just let this happen for a little bit. Because if not for Sam, I was like, I'm ending the game 3 days ago.
I needed one of my evil teammates to say they got Sarah Novus to give any credibility to me.
I debated it at one point early,
No,
but
but
it
I
was
had
just
the
like, if I do,
team.
it makes it worse.
So
Yeah.
I was like, should I be saying that I am or should I not? And then I like debated it too long. Where if I had then said it, it would have been so sus.
I was gonna do it the night after you died, but I was like, if I do it, there's so much sus on me, it immediately looks worse.
It'd be a very funny thing to do to Sarah Novus, one of the twins.
Yeah,
right?
it's a hard sell because like Sarah Novus a twin is like a gamble because oftentimes you won't do that at all. But because it looks like you're backing up a dead Sarah Novus. But also on the flip side, you could do that and it makes it look like a bluff as well. So it's
Mara, I'm curious what you have to say.
Yeah, so first, I've never been Fangu Jump 2 before, so that was an experience. Second, I went to Kirsten immediately after we woke up on day 2, and I asked who the team was, and I found out it's Sam and Scally, and I'm like, oh, so we're fucked.
It's just over.
But passing to you is best case scenario. Like, give it to a competent player. Like, thank God.
Bold of you to assume I'm competent after I got executed immediately.
Compared to me?
If you're gonna get Dreamer picked that day, genuinely, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Then I find out your townsfolk bluff, and then you're set for the rest of the game at that point.
Yeah, I didn't want to keep with Barber because people would start building worlds where I was Fangu Gump too, especially since I was dreamed as the Fangu also.
Because to me, you had been like, oh, one of your options was juggler, and then you juggled specifically that I was the evil twin. And I was like, Kirsten, the game is over.
Yeah,
like, it is over.
I was trying to get jump 2. I was purposely bluffing juggler to get jump 2.
I think Sam just got unlucky too because he didn't know the role, so claiming seamstress, he didn't know it was a once per game ability.
From what I read in chat, Sam, were you saying you would use it already, or were you saying you were going to use it? I'm not sure if I read that.
I was. Which one?
See, I thought you said earlier. You said you were thinking about using it.
I said I had used seamstress and I was thinking about using artist, but I was saying I used seamstress under Sarah Novus.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Gotcha. I was night one. I was like, oh, he's fine. He's gonna say use it later. I was like, wait, no. He said okay. Yeah, I read it incorrectly at first.
So I gotta head out. This was a blast, Dwight. Thank you so much for hosting. Nice to meet all of y'all. Good luck.
Having to work with Fishback the whole game.
No, look at this. It was beautiful. We finally healed our rift. The Fish Alliance is alive.
We didn't make an alliance, and then we were forced
I made
to
an
work
alliance.
together all game.
Steven,
I also have to go.
Steven, very impressive because the entire game I was trying to prey on the distrust.
Is it gonna work? There we go. We tried our best, y'all. That went way longer than it should have gone based on the situation that we were in, but that's okay. I assume they're going to play another game, and let's go raid the Scal Pals. Yay! We're going to drop our K-Babe emotes in the chat. We are going to say surfs up, and we are going to have a really great rest of our day, and I will be back again, and you'll see me, but hopefully I never have to be demon again for a while. Okay, bye.